sees my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Feel like a dynamite, ready to explode right up in the sky. I need you to listen, I need you to hear, and don't show any fear. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul.
They just get smoother and smoother. Hoe sit julle klomp hoenderholle? Wat gaan aan vanaand? Thursday evening, another winged session. Let's quickly see if you can check me out, whether you can hear me well. Everything's goostus. Otherwise, chat along. Jacob Veldhuis, he was first in chat tonight. Goeienaand, Jacob. Pierre de Kok is here. Hello, al die mense. And then a very special good evening to Mr. Thelima Mulder. And why do I say that? Because he has been a member for a year. Check next to Thelima Mulder's name, you'll see a little blue Kaiser Maniki. And that little blue Kaiser Maniki, little icon over there, you only get through sheer dedication and willpower, pushing through the hurdles life throws at you, through times of adversity, coming out at the top every time. So yeah, thank you very much, Thelima, for that support for the whole year. Absolutely amazing. Looking forward to seeing your gold one. Tinus Otto's in die huis, goeienaand Tinus. Pierre de Kok sê, hy vra hoe gaan het? Thelima Mulder sê, gaan baie goed, wacht vir my golden Greek. Thelima stel weer geld om te spandeer. Tinus Otto vra, wat is verlof? He obviously does not know. Hy here pop hierdie bloody bellwiping alweer. Verlof, wat is dit? Kan 'n mens dit eet? So ek aanvaar Tinus is op 'n lelike skof. He does not know what verlof is, to take a bit of extra time off on holiday. But anywho, let's just pop in there, what's still going on. Let's check AKS. Good evening, AKS, South Prawns here. Remember, you guys have got a vape meet tomorrow. The 18th, no, it's not tomorrow. Yeah, this 18th, what's it, Thursday, Saturday, sorry. But yeah, you guys must absolutely have a blast, which you normally do. Our Cape Town Vape Meet, as usual, was a small number of people that pitched up. I think we were a total of 8 people. So yeah, we almost looked like a little, kan ek sê, 'n NG kerk vergaderingsie. But the venue wasn't too bad. But next time, if I knew that the numbers were going to be that small, I would have just opened up my house. Opened up my house to the hordes of people. All 8 people. Well, 7 excluding me, of course. So any case, mate, you guys must have a blast, absolutely. Jaco Veldhuis, hy says, hi Southbourne tennis, ek sien ek het 'n klein keizertjie. Yes, tennis, you do have a small keizer next to your name. Awesome stuff. Even Zach congratulates you on that. We've got Fee inside the house, but of femininity, if I can remember correctly, Fee, because I'm a teacher, you know, important things I've got to remember. Parklands, ne? You from Parklands, if I'm not mistaken. You from close to the Juicy Joe's there in Tableview. Jaco Veldhuis, tennis Mulder, geluk met your 12 maande membership. It's brilliant. There's Ohmreaders in the house. Ohmreaders and his buddy Matthew Roman. They're going to show us some vape tricks tonight. So you guys must get your Goombas ready, your cloud chasers. Although you don't need these things. These guys do vape tricks on these smock Nords and things like that, though, just to show you the sheer talent these guys have, that they can take something with a 14 watt output and produce those beautiful tricks. But in any case, Chef Car, thank you very much, you guys. They will be joining us around past. There's a few things which we're going to do before that, though. Next week, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be our Christmas session. Yes, it's going to be Christmas time here with St. Nicholas. And because of the Bucky, I will be able to just, from my side, sponsor one prize. And my prize will go to the tertiary and the honors members. It's going to be a total of 6 juices. My 6 favorite fruit flavors, which I brought out. It will be Blimey will be there. Jack Peacher will be there. Fruity will be there. Pearly will be there. Pips will be there. And yeah, but there will be a total of 600 mils, all 3 milligrams. And that will be a draw for one of my main konijne, the big members. Then I will also have another draw for all the members. And they will win this 120 ml bottles of goodness, sponsored by Warzone. And the one is a lemon and berry, which is very much nice. Very much. And then we have got a pear and lychee. And then we have got a peach and mango. And besides that, because some of you almost want more, ne? Ons wil nog hê. Because we've got the ANC mentality. Just give us more things for free. You're going to get this lanyard. Ooh! Special silk. Traded by the China root, the ancient China root, so that it can be lekker on the necky, ne? No scratches. But this lanyard from Warzone is included in this draw. Any case, so that's going to be that. And for next week, today we're going to quickly do the spin for the hex. We have to do the spin for the hex. As I said, I removed all Kevin's names, so you guys are very happy because he had 20 entries, so your chances have been improved. But Calvin van der Merwe joined in with 12 entries, so his name is included. But we'll try and get that off as quick as possible. Then we're going to do a slideshow. I'm going to show you a few things, and then I'm going to show you a short video, because I want to discuss one of the things in my slideshow using that video. And yeah, that's that. Let's quickly check. There's Paul Beetke. Nancy, good evening, Paul. Tinus Otto, evening Ohmreaders. Martinez van Sail is inside the house. Philip Benny's here. Vos Reineke has pitched up. Oh my word, he says he was in chat last week. But yo, I think I missed him. Vos, I check you out vanaand. I check you out. Die Spanner papa. Dion Danhauser is here. Is all okay. Fayaz Chulker, good evening everyone. And by the way, while we're talking about the Christmas edition next week, if there's any one of you that's got something lying around which you also want to just add to the spin so that somebody might win it though. It could be something which you decide it can go to any member or any viewer, anyone in chat as well. I've just got no idea how to collect all those names in chat. Then you're welcome, but you have to send it to me tomorrow, Saturday or Monday at the latest. Otherwise, if you send it after that, I probably won't receive it by Thursday. So yeah, but if you have anything, you're welcome. If there's vendors out there, you're welcome. Doesn't matter though. But yeah, we're going to have a little Christmas thing. And we're also going to sing a few Christmas songs, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, we're going to sing some Christmas tunes. I've got a Christmas tree which is being delivered tomorrow. So we're going to have a festivity atmosphere here, for sure. So I think without any further ado, let's go quickly just go and do that lucky hat spin for the Hex. So that we just get it before my bloody icon disappears again. I don't want that to happen. I don't want that to happen. So in any case, let's just quickly check if that thing's hunky-dory over here. Almost. Okay, lucky hat, Windows capture. There you go. Let's get that over there. And yeah, there's the bomber. Let's just quickly do that there and get that behind us. As I said before, this thing just clonks up again. There you'll see all the names on this. I'll just take it down a bit there. There you go. There you can see all the names there. Kelvin van der Merwe, Arianto, Jacob Veldhuis, Kelvin. All depending on obviously the amount of entries which they have. But those are, all of them, they are there and they are correct. So typically again, we will shuffle 3 times. And then I'm going to do this spin. Okay, so there's shuffle number 1, shuffle number 2, and shuffle number 3. And there you go. And that is for the Hex V 3.0. So whoever it will be. There you go. There you got it. Anton Visser. Anton Visser, you have just won this beauty. This loveliness. Ooh, there you go. So yeah, neatly packaged up as well as the leather, the little leather pouch. So that is going to be on your way. Please get in contact with me to give you all your details, so we can sort that thing out. But in any case, let's just quickly back to that transition, and let's just close that page over there. And there you go. There you go. Okay. Let me just get that. Wait. Okay, let's just get the slideshow ready. Anywho, so yeah, now, before I forget, somebody asked me, I think James asked me if there's anyone that knows anybody in the UK. Now, I told him about Lord Hawkey. So if you guys see Lord Hawkey inside chat, James needs to get in contact with him because he wants to ask him for a favor, obviously, Just quickly running down the things which I'm using tonight. The Dany, I've still got the X Pro 1.4, which I think is beautiful. And inside there, I've got Pied Piper Arabian Nights, which I just filled it up. You can see there, all the goodness is over there. I've still got my Jelly Box with the Arbiter 2. I've still got my Thelima with the Arbiter 2. And I've still got this Monkey Nut for testing juices. So nice. Such a awesome RDA, this Asgard. Holy crap, whether you get the smaller one or you get this big one, it's still very good stuff. So yeah, so Lord Hawkey, in case you see him inside chat, and I miss it because I must not lekker. There's Philip Benny's inside chat. Good evening, Philip. Thank you very much for joining. Fayaz is here inside the house. He's obviously also one of the regulars at the Cape Town Vape Meet. So thank you very much for that, Fayaz. Zahir Jardine is in the house as well. Also an excellent vape trickster, a big fisherman. And I also see now Zahir Jardine is also a barber of note. I saw a video on Facebook where he actually trims this oak's hair. Does this almost like this equator line going over here, and then he starts trimming up this guy, giving us a neat look, man. A female attractor hairstyle, I tell you. So Zahiri, you're a man of a lot of talents. Anton Visser, good evening. Look how nice that is, né? He somehow highlights my name and then he somehow wins the prize as well. There's Guy W inside the house. Guy, I hope everything's sorted out on your side. I hope you're in good health, put it that way. That things have stabilized. Morne Phyllis is here. Henry Landsberg, good evening, Kaiser. And chat, I hope I can make a jellyfish after the show. You'll be able to make O-rings and jellyfishes and tornadoes and flip-flops and cut them into 3 things, all kind of stuff. Anton Visser says, verlof is soos verlof te wees, dis lekker, tot jou aan die helfte jou aan die werk steek. Oh yes. True that. Tinus Otto, lag 'n bietjie vir Anton se goedjies. Let's quickly go down there, lekker. Congrats, hey, congrats Anton, you lucky fish. Fee says congrats. Wat? Dankie, baie dankie. Anton, you can always just put it back inside the spin if you don't like X version 3.0, but you're going to love it. It's a super quality mod. It's an American mod, USA mod, and hence obviously the price. I almost think this is one of those mods which got a lifetime guarantee on it. I'm not actually sure. But in any case, thank you very much for actually contributing via Super Chat to become eligible for that. That is what the whole thing was about, so that's awesome. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Let's quickly go to the slideshow. So the first thing is over there. Let's just show you over there. Now, the reason why I put up that is my school. That's where I teach. So my class is marked with the X over there. But in case you're wondering, I mean, look at the sizes of the schools these days. These guys are getting big. I mean, you got rugby fields. Right at the top is a hockey field. Above the hockey field, the other side of the road, there's a horse racing track over there. Then coming back down at the bottom, across the road at the bottom, there's the swimming pool, there's the cricket, the netball nets is over there, the tennis courts are over there, there's a gym on that side as well. So yeah, it's a lekker school. But in case you're wondering where I teach, that is my second home over there. And then there's James. It's a very nice perch setup, but it actually looks awesome with that bottle of Blimey. But he especially made this photo and sent it to me with a nightmare on top of it. Ooh. And Zach obviously has also got a nightmare now. There's Zach Damon's setup. This is ultimate nightmare. Well, I think it's a nightmare on top of that thing. But yeah, that's his setup there. And then one of the guys which were at the Vape Mod is Etienne Kitching. And he made himself this display stand, which I think looks beautiful. It's very much nice for his mods and stuff. Very much. So yeah, it's got lights obviously on the inside there as well, highlighting. But you can see there's a few decent mods that guy has got on display. But that is easy. So yeah, if you're interested in probably one of these things and you know Etienne Kitching, ask him whether he's going to make you one of them. But it's aluminium and glass, which he actually did. It looks very, very good. It looks actually awesome. And then we've got this. I'm not sure if Nico Libbe is inside chat, but Nico Libbe made quite a number of these things. If I'm not mistaken, almost 100 of these leather stands, or these wooden stands, probably leather. It looks like leather, specifically for white collar, so that they can actually display their coils inside the shops. And Ramiro actually told me it's in quite a few shops already, that thing. So yeah, that is lekker. That is lekker. Now, before I show you that picture, I quickly want to show you the video, which I'm actually talking about. Now, I thought I was a decent reviewer with fairly good judgment until I watched the show. And then I started worrying about, is my judgment really that good? Now, this is what the guys on the show had to say about the Arbiter 2. Let's just quickly get that thing over there.
Look at this. Look at this fucking sack of shit here. This is basically a Zeus X, but made worse. Alright. The guy who designed these Zeus X fucked off and started Oxford. And he basically cloned it. So yeah, this is a cash grab tank fill. Started at 65. Horrible fucking time. I hate this fucking time when it lasts. Beautiful dude, just average for everyone's time. It's not doing the due justice. We're in the market for an RTA. Fucking avoid this at all fucking costs because it's a fucking pile of wank. I'll finish that juice in off tank and then the market is going in the trash. I won't even give it away. I won't even ultrasonic it and give it away. It's going in the fucking bin where it belongs. I'm stealing the drip tip though. This I'll never ever fucking lay eyes on again because it fucking sucks. After you suck, your fucking tank sucks, your company fucking sucks. So suck it.
So in any case, and that's the reason why I've actually got this. Now obviously everyone is entitled to their opinion, but regarding a cash grab, regarding a clone of the Zeus X, I mean, there's a comparison between, you've got the Zeus X on the left hand side, you've got the Arbiter on the right hand side. Now yeah, if you look at the airflow slot, yeah, they've both got the slim airflow slot, but I mean there's a lot of RTAs which also have got that airflow slot. The top cap, however, where the drip tip is, that differs according to me. The shape of the bubble glass differs. Obviously the design of the chimney also differs slightly. It's got a shorter chimney inside the Arbiter. The base, the Zeus actually runs out diagonally and comes down. This one runs straight and runs down. So yeah, there's a difference over there as well. But I mean, that doesn't bother me. Even if you think that it exteriorly looks the same, if you just look at the decks, there is no way that those decks are even close to one another. Absolutely. I mean, the Arbiter 2's got the fanned airflow, totally different. The Zeus X has actually got that little chimney which fits on top, the inner chimney which actually fits on top of the deck, which you had with the Arbiter 1. But the chimney designs, those inner chimney designs or barrel designs actually differed as well. So yeah, but the Arbiter 2 has actually got it inside at the moment though. So I don't know. Just according to me, I do not think that it is a cash grab. I do not think it is a clone of the Zeus X, by no means. So but I still was a bit worried about my opinion, because he says it's absolute crap. And then I decided to go and check out this. Now let's just hope I get this now again. Here, what's it? I should be able to get it quick, because I did a search on it a bit earlier there. There you go. And I will show you this as well. But I came across this, and I was happy with the way in which I did the review, and I was happy in the way that I actually thought that this is a nice thing. So yeah, check out that. So if you look at this though, this is the latest e-Click awards, the latest ones. And if you actually go down with these awards, you can go through the various best overall UK, blah, 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 online, health cabin, da, da, da. And so it actually continues. Best vendor, now obviously we don't know these oaks, not that much, nogal lekker, best UK. But we knew Vaping with Wick will win that. So not too shabby over there. Best YouTube vape channel, which is actually interesting over here, is that, okay, fair and well, Mike Vapes gets it, Vaping Bogan gets, but then Phil Basado, and like he said on a show which I actually watched during the week, he was amazed that he actually got vote for the third place, because he doesn't do reviews anymore, but he's still up there. And then you get Grim Green, Rip Trippers, JAs, DJ LSB. I would put DJ LSB, to be quite honest, I would at least put him, if not right at the top, underneath Mike Vapes, because this guy, according to me, is the most thorough vape reviewer out there in any case. But then there's best vape kits, then you go best vape pen, blah 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 blah. You guys can go through it on your own. I want to get to the Arbiter, best vape mod. Hey, Ages Legend 2 nogal. I would still put the Ages Legend, but this is 2021, so fair and well. It's just sad that the Thelima Quest, I think it deserves a bit of a higher spot. There's the Hadron as well. But then there's the unregulated, or hey, check. Yelboe, the hammer. But yeah, and then Suicide as well there. Best tank, mouth to lung. There, the Arbiter Solo comes in at number 3. Best sub-ohm tank. There's those things. And then the best RBA. Now that's RBA, it's rebuildable atomizer. Okay. So the Fat Rabbit's number 1, Inniken, and there's the Arbiter 2 in 3rd place. So I mean, I'm not too bad. I mean, this guy I enjoy, I've got that though, but this is more an MTL. It's actually weird that they actually throw this inside this category. But after I saw this, I just thought, oh well, not too shabby. I'm happy with the way in which I did it. So there you go. There you go. Plain and simple. Let's just get that okay out there before our thing disappears again and click get out there. So yeah, that's that. So that's the reason why I've got that specific picture over there as well. And then here is the sketch which Thunderhead Creations actually released of the special edition, of which they're going to bring out that, what's it, I think it's 1666 odd number, interesting number, but versus the original Artemis. And I mean, I just think exactly the same dimensions. The rods they've made multicolored inside the special edition. Instead of having gold-plated deck, you've actually got the silver-colored deck now. The icon, actually, the etching on the outside actually changes a bit, and obviously the barrel at the bottom, or the tank at the bottom, the cage of the tank also just differs. But otherwise, to me, it looks very much the same. But if you're a huge Artemis RDTA fan, then this might interest you for sure. And then we've got this monkey nut, the sweet pie. As I said, I probably have to go a bit quicker to do these things, so I can get our vape tricksters on. Our vape tricksters. Let's just quickly go to the page. There we've got this. No, not 16. 16 December, man. Here I got so much folders in this one folder of all the things which I normally show you. I showed you this previously, but this is just a nicer photo of the Drop 2 pot kit by Soren. If you're a Soren fan, then you've got that. And then QP Designs actually brought out the special Kali V2 Master Kit with also nice lot of color variations. If you're into the Kali V2, I've never been a fan of the Kali V2. Then you've got this little interesting round RDA with a square deck, nogal bottom airflow. I think this would be a great squonking RDA, to be quite honest. But this guy is called the Honor RDA by the company called Times Vape. The Honor RDA by Times Vape. It is a 24mm RDA. You get a beauty ring at the bottom as well, which actually, I mean, even though the airflow is kind of like low, but they've got cutouts on the side of those beauty rings, so that the airflow can go through that beauty ring. But it's going to be a bit of finagling to get that probably positioned. So that is over there as well. And then we've got this sweet pie. This guy is called the Maxis Max Kit by Freemax. Now, number one, what I like about it is, well, there's actually three things I like. I like a lot about it. Except for the design I like. I like the fact that it's almost like that rounded shape, like that IVP, the Pioneer. What's it, the Pioneer for you? Which one was it? But I've got it inside the cabinet. Is the side fire button. One of those bars which you actually see on the side is one of those pull bars for side fire. I like that. Dual latent 650 I like. And what I also like is the screen is hidden. If the screen is not on, you don't see the screen. It's almost like that Snow Wolf, which I will be getting hopefully tomorrow. Then I will show you. Snow Wolf is an old mod, but I actually managed to find somebody that's selling the Snow Wolf. But at least they brought out this with a 510 as well. So you can put on your own atomizers. But what's nice about this guy is specifically geared for high wattage vaping. If you go and check out that picture, that's all the coils which they actually bring out. And the bottom two, you'll see there's coming soon. But check out those sub-ohm coils. four mesh coils inside there. And the other one's got 5 mesh coils inside there. And the highest resistance out of these guys is 0.2. The lowest resistance is 0.12. And what most of them are, 4 of those coils are 0.15. So these guys are obviously made for the 80 watt, 90 watt vaping. So I think that would be interesting if this, because Freemax has got this reputation of having great flavor coils. So I think that would be a nice thing for the sub-ohm vapors. Absolutely. And then you get this weird thing. You had to look at this thing. I think it's called a beeper. Where's the picture of this thing? The mini beeper pot kit by Wiz Vapor. Yeah, remains. Who's going to walk around, number one, with something looking like that? Nice and colorful like that. Almost looks like a tape recorder as well. A cassette player. And you even get the can I say, the holder, which you clip onto your belt, in which this thing actually fits. But yeah, I think it's only going to be brought out in cartridges with 2 variety of coil sizes, coil resistances. But yeah, that is the mini beeper pod kit by Wasp Vapor. And then we got that is the blottos, the 2 blottos that's been released. Now the one on the left is the 1.5, the one in the middle is the Blotto Max, the one on the right is the original Blotto. So you can actually just compare a few of the aesthetics differences. Now the design obviously basically stays the same, except that the top cap of the 1.5 and the Max has been changed slightly. But the more significant change is the fact that they've been made shorter and obviously wider. The 1.5 is 26 millimeters and the Max is 28 millimeters. And if you look at this picture, okay, that's the picture of the deck. Now you can see the deck is also very similar, but there's one thing which they definitely changed about the deck, and that is on these upright posts between the coil leg posts, that little upright thing which actually gives you that airflow holes. In the original one they had PEEK on the outside. In this case they actually made it metal. But yeah, but that's the difference between the 1.5 deck and the Max deck, which you see over there. And just because the Max is 28 millimeter doesn't mean it's got a larger capacity of juice. It's actually got a very, I think almost the same, maybe slightly less or slightly more, I'm not sure. But the majority of the thing of the 28 millimeter is the size of the bull deck, which actually increased in size. So that takes up juice capacity. But yeah, it's got, you can see the airflows also changed a bit, especially on the upright pillars. But for you guys who are Blotto fans, I thought I'd show you that. Zach, just before the show, Zach actually sent me the video link of Vaping Bogan introducing this. So if you want to go and check it out, you can check Vaping Bogan. He's got that thing. And I thought I'd show you this picture for the simple reason, you know a company has got a lot of money if they are sponsors for Aston Martin. That's the Aston Martin decal for, I think it's a Grand Prix 64 or whatever, in which this car, by the way, came second. But you know how much money a vape company must have to put their logos on the decals, as decals on one of these cars. Here hy mense het geld. And basically it is celebrating the release of those 4 mods at the bottom. And it's not only Geek Vape, but DJ Flavor as well. So yeah, the 2 mods on the left is obviously the DJ Flavor mods. Not sure if you've seen them before. And the 2 on the right, the one is Monster Aegis 1 and the other one the Aegis 1 FC. But they've all been released at exactly the same time. And that's basically, can I say, commemorative of the release of those things is this specific Grand Prix or rally or whatever the case may be. Formula, no, it's not Formula 1. It's probably Grand Prix. But yeah, that was interesting. And then the Wasp, you guys were Wasp fans. That's a Wasp Nano V2 24mm REA that's actually been released. You've got 4 different posts. So yeah, there's some picture of different coil positionings which you can put in there. Allerlei lekker goedjies. Is no problem over there. And then we've got the Thelima Solo. I like it. I like it. You can say it's the same design. Yes, of course it's the same design. But I like it. I like the design. And the fact that it's 21,700, the fact that I've got a 510, I'm not interested in the tank. I'd get that. That I'd get for a bit of a MTLing. As I said, 21,700s for MTL. Super mods. So yeah, I'll definitely be interested in. There's actually one which looks a lot like the original. Ag my heerlikheid, vergeet ek nou daai naam. Last Vape. Goodness gracious, one of the original guys. Die oorspronklike manne, waar is hulle nou? Ek kan nou nie aan die ding se naam dink nie. Die pet man. This number, yeah, kyk hoe mooi kyk ek na my mods. Look how nice and neat these things are, eh? Ek kyk mooi na my goedjies. But yeah, die ding se naam staan ons hier so op. The Therion, oh my nipple stand. Can't remember the word Therion. But yeah, it's almost got this Therion design as well. So I smoke it. Obviously the button's a bit different, but in any case I like that. I like it, man, I like it. So that is that regarding there. let's quickly see if we can get our, well, let's quickly go to chat for a while now and then see what is going on inside the Zoom. Roy Huiskral Centurion. Yeah, that's another thing. Zach, while Zach mentions that, someone goes with the super chat so that people can see it. If there's anyone in Centurion, the problem which Zach has is he wants to buy something from somebody in Centurion, but it's not somebody advertising through eSeek SA. Not that that necessarily guarantees a fair deal, or put it that way, but he doesn't know the seller. So what he would like to do is send anyone in Centurion or close to that area cash, and then compensate you for your time and the trouble which you go to, and then go and purchase this item offhand from this bloke, whatever, because he's a bit cautious, which is totally understandable. So yeah, that's that. Thank you very much for reminding me over there. But yeah, let's quickly see what's still going on over there. Hey, hello Kaiser, nothing beats Asgard. Asgard's very good. Asgard's very good. Need to get me an Asgard. That's Zach. James Vapes, fresh fade on Point Law. Thank you very much for that. Sith Walkers is out there. I've just been watching the Bogan show until Blotter 1.5 26 and the Blotter Max 28. Ah, well, there you go. There you go. I wouldn't mind the Blotter Max. Yeah, the Blotter Max seems good. The Echo, Musa Echo, oh, what the hell. That guy doesn't have a clue what he's talking about. It's a knob. I enjoy it. As I said, everyone's has got their own opinion about things. But I mean, I stand by the fact that I did have issues with the black one, removing the bull deck, removing the base. But that was sorted out by Ink Vapor. That was a problem with the black versions, some of the black versions. But otherwise, once you get the normal ones or the bull decks can remove, I've got no problem with it. I've got no problem. Zach Damon, ek is maandag daai kant. As jy niemand kry om jou te help nie, there's Jaco Veldhuis. So yeah, he can hold out. Say here, this message has been held for review. What is this? Awesome, Jaco. You can mail your cell number. We can actually show that. Oh no, it is probably shown. Show, yeah, there you can show. There's Zach Damon, yeah. Now you can check out that Zach Damon's email over there. Dion, Arbiter V2 rocks. Ek smaak die Arbiter V2. G-Monkeys, naand allemaal bly, kon nog een stukkie van die live show vang. Great. Okay, dankie, Landre. I just quickly want to see if our friends are inside the waiting room. Shifkar, if you guys can see me or you can hear me or whatever, you're welcome to go and pop in, to actually join now, so that I can add you and we can go ahead. So while we're waiting for them to actually join, I can just go through some more chats. I will quickly see if they join in any case though. So yeah, this is G-Monkeys. Hy sê goeienaand. Baie welkom G-Monkeys. Morning Philies. Okay, dankie. Landre is Philip Ben. Maxi 6.2 milliliters. 28 6.2, 26 6. So yeah, the 28's actually got a slightly smaller capacity. Jou Geek Vape on the Aston Martin. Geek Vape and DigiFlavor, yeah. Hit that like button. Yeah, Oaks, hit the like button. Yeah, it's strange. I don't see. Maybe I'll just quickly send them an invite. Okay, here they are. I'm just going to admit them. And if they're happy, then I will switch over to the Zoom session. And then they're going to teach you, Oaks, to vape, do some vape tricks. And hopefully you do not disappoint. Let's quickly admit him over there. And yeah. And I just increased the size. So if we go to the Zoom session, you will see them, but you will not see me. But that is because they're going to show you some vape tricks that you do not need to see me. You only need to see the two of them. So hopefully.
But we must be able to hear you, definitely.
Yeah, no, for sure. Okay.
How's it going, Kezo?
Yeah, I'm gonna. They're not seeing you over there now. Have you got the same settings on your phone as what you did earlier?
Yes. Yeah, so now we'll just change the lighting a little bit around here.
Okay, then I'm just quickly going to change the filters before I actually switch over. They're not seeing you at the moment, so don't worry. Don't worry about that.
Okay.
Zoom screen, filters.
How's that?
Okay, see, I see you're cropping to the right. Let's make that 100.
Oh yeah, now it looks like you can see us.
Okay, there you go. There you go. That looks better. That looks better. So right there, I'm going to switch over to you guys now. And
okay.
Daze, you guys are on.
No, lovely.
Lovely.
How's it, everybody at Kazor's channel? Thank you, Om, for having us. We are Ohmreaders.
How's it, guys? Thank you, Kezo, for having us on the channel. It's honestly, we are out of words. Like, we don't know what to say. It's the first time ever that we're going live, leave alone on our channel, like anywhere. Anyway, so this is our first live. Thanks to you. And it's a pleasure.
It's a pleasure to be spreading the word of the tricky part of it.
You guys make it sound as if you don't have any personalities and nobody likes you. You're welcome.
I work in a vape store, so 80% of the time I believe nobody likes me. But I mean, I do my best to help everyone.
I am a lawyer, so I know for a fact that nobody likes me, actually. So
it depends on what
type
of lawyer you
are. It depends on what type of lawyer you need. I can be whichever lawyer you need, you know. Bit of an all-rounder there.
Just before you guys start, could you just quickly tell us something about yourself? What vape shop you're talking about, though? Why did you guys, were you smokers and started vaping, whatever the case may be? And there you go.
Okay, so I'm Matthew Roman. Shivkar and I met in my workplace. I work in Vape Right in the Green Valley branch, so Edenvale. Come check us out there. I think most of my life I've been a smoker. I started smoking at like 15, 16. And, working your way through life, you're just trying to be, as you mature, you grow older, you just want to have a little healthier outlook to life. So I went from waitering to vaping work-wise, and that educated me a lot in how vaping saves lives, how it actually eases everybody's strain or craving that are just looking for a better alternative, and I'm all for that. I started with sub-ohm vaping, and obviously it's a journey for everyone. It's a personal journey, and what might work for Shiv might not work for me. So like I said, I started with sub-ohm, and then I went back onto cigarettes because it wasn't hitting me right. We all have our finicky points to why we smoke. And then I got a salt lick device, and then just a little bit of discipline and determination. And the whole tricking aspect of my life just came through being in a store and learning from everybody that would come in. And I had zero knowledge about vaping 3 years ago. Zero. I knew nothing about it. And I think the past 3 years I climbed that knowledge ladder just for the betterment of myself and the people I'm selling to and all of that.
Listen, guys, before you continue, I'm just quickly going to transition back because I just see your screen has been cut out. So I just quickly want to change that a bit so that I can get both of you guys in.
Yeah, no worries. Okay. No worries. Just have to sit more back. We're running there.
Okay, so that to the left. Let's make that over there. Okay, and to the right. That should be fine. There's it. Okay. Right. Guys can go ahead. Now you're both in.
Yeah, so I got involved in, let's just not start off with the whole tricking experience because that comes later on. So I was a cigarette smoker for, I'm vaping now for about 2 years. So prior to that, I was smoking cigarettes for about 9 to 10 years. And I remember the one day I was just fishing at, in the estate that I live in. And this lighty, comes, past me. I kind of knew him. But he's like, yo, dude, do you, have you vaped before? I'm like, no. He's like, taste this flavor. I'm like, okay, cool. And I don't know what flavor it was, but it was a small, pod. So that transition, he had the right amount of nick in it to actually make me transition there and then. I bought the device from him right there and then. And of course, the vaping industry is so huge that I just bought a pod at that point.
A second-hand pod.
Okay? So then, of course, this thing looked nice and whatever. Then I started, going on the internet and whatever. Then mod pods. And then, wow, this is crazy. Then I went overseas. Now, this is how I met this guy. Okay, so I went overseas, and the closest vape store just before, on the way to the airport was Vape Right Green Valley. So anyway, I walk in there and stuff, and I just buy a flavor, and then I go out again. And that flavor was so delicious.
Yeah, we sold him right. We like.
Was it? It was so delicious that when I got back from overseas, I went back to them straight away. And I asked them, okay, guys, I want a tank, like your latest tank. So I'm like, guys, okay, cool. I think it was an ex-colleague of his that served me at that
my
point.
ex-manager at that point. Yeah.
So I rock up there with the Aegis X. At that time on the internet, it was the #1 mod. I'm rocking up there. Next thing, these guys, I'm shaking this huge, like square, like pure this device. I'm like, what is that? I got the #1 mod. So I asked for a tank, and then I got a Zeus X mesh.
Yeah, so my manager basically didn't take the time to actually sit down with the client and be like, okay, do you want to trick? Do you want to vape for cloud? Do you want to vape for flavor? Do you want to do this? You know, like just a normal interaction between like a counter salesman and a man. My ex-manager literally just turned around, picked up a Zeus X mesh because it was new, and was like, there you go.
And it went for the color scheme of my mod. So I'm like, wow, this is the latest tank, whatever. I said, mesh, bypass. Almost thought that I could see the light. I could see the light.
The tunnel.
So they brought me back though.
Yeah, he was toasting burnt bunnies and he was being a burnt bunny center.
When I went back to the store to complain, I just see Matt and he just pushed this huge circle and I'm like, wow, how did you do that?
Literally the third time you came back to the store to complain about this tank that my manager had sold him because, you know, it's whack now. He sees me tricking behind the counter and mind blown. Like, even I was just taken back by how his mind was blown about it. And that's when I thought to myself, like, you know what, anyone can actually do this. I've just been able to do this because I have the time to pace back. And this is pre-COVID. This is before COVID. So we could vape, we could do whatever. It was fun. And yeah, the minute he got taken away with it, I thought to myself, this is an opportunity for me to just relay some knowledge about something that I do second nature to someone that's really keen to learn.
I just want to put out there that, like, my knowledge today, especially with regards to tricking and stuff, is based, like, if it wasn't for him, I would not have gotten, he taught me everything that I know today. Like, maybe one or two things I learned on my own, but without him, I wouldn't be doing that.
Yeah. So what you going to show the guys tonight?
So I overheard you in the live while I was scoping you there, giving away that beautiful Hexohm, which we also showcasing. We've got a lovely green Hexohm with a QP M25, and then a dot mod. Also with a QP M25. We are using some alien coils and some nostalgia to get us going. Sorry about that. Sorry. So we overheard you saying tornadoes and jellies and O's. So I think the most appropriate way to go about it in terms of difficulty would be to start with a tornado, because it's probably the easiest trick you can possibly do with a vape. And then we'll go on to like pushing an O and then how to jellyfish.
Oh, there you go.
Like that.
The night's yours. Go ahead.
All right. So can this thing flip cam? Possibly.
Yeah, sure. Let me just see. Yeah.
Sweet. Okay. So.
Okay. You think, man?
So step one, you grab yourself one hell of a cloud chasing mod. Preferably one under 0.15, and just so that you can get your 1/4 second, so that you're getting that kind of an effect out of your tank. You don't want to be pulling in too much into your lungs when you're starting off, because you kind of just got to get used to lung capacity. But you guys are pro vapors, you guys have the capacity, so that's great. So first things first, you want a room with no draft, no wind that's going to screw things up for you. Just take a big fat hit, and then you just lay your vape on the table calmly so that it like just sits on the table like so. So that's step one. Once you've got your vape laid out like this, you're ready to do a tornado. You're just gonna cup your hand right where that line in your hand meets, and then you're gonna cup that smoke and lift. And there you go.
There we go.
Clean tornado. We can do that again with what's left. Bang. So in the last live that Kazor showcased us, which again, very big thank you for that. You saw in the beginning I was doing I call it an assisted tornado, and why I call it that is because instead of it's just like a tweak. Instead of just going up and letting the tornado go and looking cool and then going to your next scene, you can extend the scene by just carrying on the flow of the tornado. And what that does is instead of it keeping like a thin line, you end up making this big vortex. And that essentially will give you a longer trick, taking up more time in your actual video. And it just looks better. It looks like you know what you're doing with it, you know? So I'll just demonstrate that. And there we go.
Wow.
And you just keep that going. You want to show us all?
Yeah.
Yeah,
let me
you show and
just-
tell. Show and tell.
Let's just swap the cameras on. Yeah. Okay, so of course that's Matt's way of doing it. Everybody has different ways of doing their like different methodologies. So I actually figured out a tornado that's a few in one. Matt will show you now, like I'll show you now. So flip the camera around.
Okay, how do I do that?
It's on the top here. So you just press that button.
Oh, okay, sick.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So we're gonna just boost the shift car over here.
Okay. So I learned this purely by fluke, I guess. I don't know what I was thinking. So there's a few that actually.
Oh, that's so decent. You didn't even show me that before. You see, you learn something new every day. So it's just like basically using the wind of your arm to summon an extra couple flares at one time, which can also look pretty decent, especially if you're doing like I don't know, like even with some like juice videos I've seen where they're trying to advertise a juice and you just put your juice there and then you can just whip a tornado. It's just very interesting. It's a very fun thing to do.
So basically it's like there's not a set way in which you have to do it. Yeah, you can get like it's a guide. Somebody can guide you, but then you can make it your own.
Yeah. I mean, look, the first one I did literally takes the cup of your hand, literally that line of your hand is where your tornado will summon. The one that I did next is literally the same thing and
just giving it motivation,
some extra wind to make a thicker vortex. And then Shivkar's it's literally all the same trick. And then his is just the whole arm going up, and that just makes a lot more.
That makes a
lot more happen. Yeah,
tornadoes in like one go.
So a nice trick to use.
It works. With all tricks actually. Your own take. Like we'll demonstrate now how his circles come out different to mine, but it's still circles.
Yeah. So we're gonna take this opportunity to move on to like O's and blowing O's. So yeah.
So do you want to start?
Yeah, I can start over.
Okay, here you go. Okay, so
are you gonna flip the camera?
Yeah, it's flipped now.
Okay, and then you'll explain the jellyfish.
Yeah.
Then I'll get you doing it.
Okay, you on it.
So, like I explained to you guys when we introduced ourselves, Shivkar walked into my store, literally saw me going just like that, shooting his head off just like that, and his jaw dropped to the floor. Now, what the inexperienced tricker I've always seen does, I don't know where the habit comes from. It might be from cigarette smoking or hubbly, but there's different ways you can pop an O. And with vape, it's a much denser smoke. So it's a little bit more different when you're doing it with like a cigarette. A cigarette, you would click your jaw and kind of like very effortlessly making oaths. I can't even do it like that. I have no idea how people do. I don't even know how you did it like that.
I didn't do it.
I was like, that's not how you do it. The more standard way of getting into like combo tricking and pushing O's and stuff like that is to have a faster O. And the only way you can have a faster O is if you're coughing the O's, not, you can click them. Look, I mean, some people's jaws might be powerful enough to click an O out and chase it.
But it's going to hurt your jaw.
But it hurts you
each time.
It's not ideal. It's not the way you want to do it. So the first lesson I taught Shivkar about blowing O's is literally inverted to the way you would do a cigarette. With a cigarette, you'll take a drag and you will like perk your lips like a duck face. And then open your mouth and then click your jaw like that. You look like a fish, you know. With vape, it's a little bit, like I said, it's a bit denser. So it's a lot easier to make the shape of the trick with the cough because the vape just follows through. It just follows through. So my best advice for like a beginner tricker that's really, they're coming off of cigarette habits, is to change the way you blow the O with your mouth first. The way you do that is, instead of leaving your lips open, you're going to push them against your teeth invertedly, like this. And then you'll have an O face. So I know that sounds very sexual, but you'll get it. Your face will automatically fall into this O, okay? Then once you've got that shape right, you click your jaw, I promise you an O will shoot out. But I don't want to teach you the wrong methodology. I want to teach you how to do it properly to a sort of a standard. You're going to want to cough. And the cough is not like a COVID cough. You're not going and trying to like really go. Start off slow, start off small, so that you can just get used to the feeling of this dense vapor in your throat. Because most of the tricks after just popping and gelling is holding. You're basically holding a lot of vape in your throat and your lungs, and then only taking a puff once all of it's out. So a good way to start would be to take a very nice big hit, get that shape of your O, and just cough until you've got, it's like whistling. It's literally like whistling. If you whistle too slow, there's no sound. If you whistle too fast, it's just air. So you got to learn that cough. So to demonstrate, every cough will be an O. And now the trick is not to let that vape sit at the back of your throat and like choke you. That's where the training and the muscle memory comes in, because you're going to have to cough O's consistently like that before you can even think of running up behind. And once you get that down and your O's are fast enough, that's when you're moving on to
the end result. Yeah.
So from just having an O, you can start spamming and you can start filling up the room with all these O's. That would be the next best thing to do after you've learned how to just O. Then when it comes to pushing, it's literally, it's the same thing, but now you're using your muscle memory for holding. At the same time, as you cough, you're going to step. You're going to take your dominant foot, whether you're left-footed or right-footed. I'm a lefty, so I go with my left foot. And as us men will understand, because we have Adam's apples, when you do a cough and you cough an O, your Adam's apple rises and comes down, And by the time it's come down, the O is out. So as it comes up and you're going ready to make that cough sound, that oh, you step, and then you will be able to chase the O. And it doesn't matter if you're using your hands, your head, your body, it's all momentum based. It's air. You're literally just manipulating the air around you to push the O. So to demonstrate,
There we go.
my first slide was a failure. Let's do it again.
There we go.
Just like that. So now that's the basics. Once you've got that down, then you can start chasing the O's to get the jelly, chasing the O's to start sipping and bending and all of that stuff.
But that we'll get to, of course.
That we'll get to later on.
We'll get
For
to
now, I can just give you guys a rundown there. Shelby will show you how to do the jellyfish, which is also another nice little common gem in the vape trick world.
You can talk. Let me just get prepped up here.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm just gonna flip the cam over here.
Okay, so as Matt said, everybody has their own way of. So like you have to clench your mouth, your lips to your teeth. Look like a complete fool in the beginning, but after a while, what's gonna happen is the trick is gonna be so good that all the attention is gonna be diverted from your fool-looking face to the trick, and then you're gonna be awesome, hopefully.
As you see, we've got some spams over there. Nice, beautiful O's. And we're going to chase that jelly. Lovely stuff.
What's it doing there?
Flip it. There we go. So as you see, the way I've taught Shuvka is just to, on his cough, step, and then the O comes. And then he chases it. A little bit of draft in the room. There we go, that beautiful executed jellyfish right there. So as you see, like normally the O's are...
So you start like me.
Yeah, like
when I start pushing, it's like a momentum. Think about a cricket player, bowler with their lineup. I mean, with their run up. So what you do is you just like... So immediately after you blow the O, your hands follow to give it momentum, and of course with your body following. And that's what gives it the momentum it's going to need for it to carry on going. You determine what trick you want to do afterwards.
100%. Beautiful jellyfish there.
That's it.
Another thing I'd like to explain, just so that you guys can get an understanding of sizes of the O's. How is it that in some of our shots we're spamming and the O's are tiny and some of the O's are bigger? The size of your mouth is a factor you need to take into consideration. If the size of your mouth, your O face is small, then expect the O's to be small. Expect the O's to be small. The bigger your mouth is, the bigger the O will come out. The slower or the softer your cough is, the slower the O is going to be, but the more control you'll have over the O pushing it. The harder the cough, the faster the O is going to be. But because the O is so quick, it's going to be small. And the longer you push the O, you're giving more momentum to the O. And that's how you make the O go from being this big to being a lot bigger. And then you stop following. And the O will stay that size and still drift with your momentum. So to demonstrate, I can show you that as well. So if I'm doing, what's a nice example in a sense, like just a standard jellyfish, right? If we're doing a normal O and no push.
Big enough to take 3.
Yeah,
three
big
O's.
enough to take 3. Okay, so if we're gonna, so this demonstration is to show you how chasing makes the O bigger instead of you
And
having
what-
to cough it
and what you
through the
can
O
do-
and then try to deal with it.
And what you can do basically with it afterwards.
You see that?
There we go.
So I just pushed it a little bit more as I'm going, and the O grows. And as it grows, it gives you more space to combo up. It gives you more space to put more through. Gives you more space to just play with it and be original. You don't want to be a copy. You don't want to look at
Yeah.
God and be like, I am Isaac. No, you are you. And this is why we do this, because we want you to have these techniques and have these building steps so that you yourself can pro trick.
That's it. Thanks, Matthew, for that demonstration. That was actually brilliant. Did exactly what you said you're going to do there on the spot. But of course, your O's, when you blow them, it does lose momentum as it goes along. So you're going to have to get whatever trick you plan in your head done before it loses that momentum, because certain tricks, like, okay, we'll get to that later on.
Yeah, more when
the
we're
more-
talking
the more
about
the advanced side
stuff, that's when we'll get
Yeah.
that. But yeah, for the time being, I think as far as I can explain personally, that's how I started. That's what was taught to me. That's what I taught Shivkar. Step on your O's, cough them fast. It's always better to cough them fast because then you've got more playtime in the air. If you're coughing them slow, they come out controllable, but they're difficult to maneuver. They become difficult to split. They become difficult to work with. So slower O's are nice if you just want to visualize yourself doing the trick. Faster O's are for, you've got the muscle movement, you've got the muscle memory, and that's it. It's clapped.
You'll definitely get the hang of it once.
Can I just quickly ask one question? That where they normally blow that O and you actually split the O into 2, is that where you actually go and suck on the O?
So now that's a very good question, because there are plenty dual techniques to split. If you're sipping on an O, you basically, all you're doing is, it's not even, it's so hard to explain because I literally just learned how to take an O and split it without using my hands. I literally do a vert
Like
split.
just before we came on.
Yeah,
He
I
did
was
it like
learning
that.
how to do that. So the sip is just an assistance to splitting the O. It takes the O from being like this to going, and then literally from there it becomes advanced, because now you can bow tie, you can go, and then the O's clap each other and go like that, or you go and lift, and then it splits off. It goes like this and then splits off like that. And then there's the shark split where you grab it and then you do it like that and it flips around itself and shoots one. So the sip, it's an advanced way of not using your hands.
And also that depends on the size of your O as well. The how like ferocious your sip is. So
yeah, so each different trick actually has a different amount of pressure that you are sucking or sipping this O.
should I give an example with the dolphin, a big dolphin, or with the big O? And
so I mean, I can do a few splits for you on to demonstrate like how a slower sip works and how a faster sip works.
Yeah,
if you want to see that,
if there's time.
okay. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oh, that would
Please,
be
that would be.
appreciated.
Thank you.
Zoom, like the tech is,
Okay, you ready?
Yeah. So a nice one, like a slow sip, would be a dolphin. So a dolphin is literally you taking one O and you sipping it so that it can cut through the O and make a smaller O for more momentum. So
Which goes in another direction.
But if I do it quickly, the hose zips and it fucks off, and then I have to run after this thing. If I do it slowly, then it's you'll see there's a lot more control. So I'll do the fast one. Do you see that?
Yeah, that was that was so quick.
It's just gone.
Yeah.
If I do it slowly, then I have a lot more control with it, and then I can play with it. And I'll normally do a fast one if I want to end a line. If I'm doing too many tricks, and then at the end of it, done, it's gone. This one here I'll use to continue a line.
There we go. And then you can get a jelly.
And then you can get a jelly in there, and then it's just easier to control. So the sip really, it's an advanced technique.
It is an advanced technique, but
I want to thank you, Oaks, for teaching some of the basics, though. And I mean, I must say, if there's a new VapeCon which is actually going to be housed again or holded again or whatever, then I hope to see you guys on stage.
Oh, yeah,
we would love to. We would honestly love to. Of course, we would definitely anything for the tricking side of vaping as well. You know.
Yeah, I mean, it's one thing taking my job and making a hobby out of it, but this is this is like, it's a dream come true if that could happen. And
I think this extends more than a hobby. I mean, it becomes part of your life. So not something you want to do in your spare time or whatever. It's something you know that you're going to practice, you're going to do every single day. So the thing, even when you're not up for it, even when you're feeling tired or something, you know but you have to practice in order for you to get that much better or for you to keep on par. And the thing is, whatever you bring to the table, you shoot like whatever I develop something, a new technique or a different trick or whatever, I'll run it past Matt. He'll be like, whoa, okay, how did you do it? And then I'd be like, I don't know, but then I'll go back to the video and see, okay, this is how we do it, should be incorporated. Then he'll give me his own like way of which he does it, and then it'll form part of our bowl of tricks.
Yeah,
basically.
100%, because I mean, I'm learning, he's learning,
there's a lot of tricks out there that
we want to try and get everybody on it, you know.
And there's a lot of tricks out there that, of course, we are still yet to do or yet to be invented, per se. I may say, we just gotta.
We're not out here saying we're the best trickers in South Africa, but we are one of the biggest lovers of tricking in the country, and that's what we want to share.
But
we
what's
want to
nice
be
about
able to
your
share
channel
that.
is because you guys are actually growing into the vape trick business, and you often put out videos. It's actually nice to see how you move into the adulthood of the vape tricks. So that's nice. So you guys who are interested in the vape tricks, watching inside the chat, please go and subscribe to these guys. They do regularly put out videos as well. I want to thank you guys for joining tonight, for pitching up and showing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure.
And thank you for all the viewers that took their time to watch us and
viewers
hear our terrible grade 3 lesson over there. But yeah, stay tuned on our channel. We'll definitely be here more, supporting each other. And yeah, thank you so much. Good evening, everybody.
I really hope that you guys took a lot away from tonight. And we really hope to see you guys putting up videos yourselves based on what we taught you and tricking. This is a whole different side of vaping, and enjoy. Enjoy. I hope you helped.
All right, guys.
Thank you, Omkezo.
Have a good evening.
Okay.
Cheers.
Yes. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Black and White.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Cheers.
All right, there you have it. So yeah, we've got Ohmreaders that has joined us though. So thank you very much to you guys. Much appreciated for you guys in the chat. Hope you learned something, eh? Because I mean, yeah, and it's Force Reineke that came up with the idea to actually get these guys on to show you some vape tricks. Although he early on already said that Veli. I think anyone can do the tornado. It's true what they say. It is the easiest thing which can be done. I can do that. My problem making O's is because I smoked for 23 years, I've still got that clicky habit inside my jawline. But I will most definitely practice it because the jellyfish just looks so cool. I like flipping awesome. So in any case, guys, that's that. So if you want to have a bit of a Christmas festive spirit, join in next Thursday evening. As I said, that will probably be the last one for 2021. And then the only time I will go on for the next one is going to be the 6th of January, we are going to be at Melkbos, and after Melkbos we are going to Struisbaai for a week. So the 6th of January will after next Thursday be the first session again. So yeah, if you like this face of mine, then you've only got opportunity next Thursday. And as I said, we're going to do some tunes. We're going to sing a bit over there. I'm going to have a Father Christmas on as a guest, and we're going to sing. We better sing. So you folks, thank you very much for joining in. And as I said, remember, if there's anything which you want to add to the Christmas giveaway, you're more than welcome. But from our side, 600 ml 3 milligram juices to the tertiary and honors members, and Warzone for all the members from primary all the way to the top. You guys will have an opportunity to get the lanyard plus these 3 juices, and you never know what's going to be up. Have a great weekend, and thank you very much for joining again. Dit is lekker op 5 plekke. Cheers guys. Where's that little extra? Let's see if the extra actually works again.